Every graduate has questions about the success of their future. But for some, this question is more crucial than others. This year, an estimated 65,000 to 100,000 young people will graduate undocumented. What does the future hold for these graduating classes? For many of these young people, their future is limited only by their imagination, determination, and ability. For others, their future is simply limited. They face unique barriers to higher education, are unable to work legally in the United States, and must live in constant fear for detection by immigration authorities. These children were brought into this country at a very young age by well-meaning parents who wanted a better life for their family. The Supreme Court has set the precedent that all children living in the United States should have access to an education, regardless of citizenship. So these undocumented children grow up going to American schools, and they become indoctrinated into the American ideal of getting an education, working hard, and finding their own piece of the American dream. These are young people who have lived in the United States for most of their lives and want only to become a productive citizen and be able to call this country their home. For many, the United States is the only home they have ever known.
Going back is not going to be the same thing because we don't know anybody.
No, because how can we go back? When we go back, we have to start all over from the beginning.
Women over there are treated differently.
There's no freedom? Is that what you're saying?
They're more like, they're looked at upon as being a housewife and taking care of kids.
And I didn't have a choice. They just brought me here. And now I'm stuck.
Because
I can't go back. I don't want to go back. And it's difficult to stay here.
I mean, I lived here all my life. I'm not used to the life over there. And I hate it when people see it that, oh, you live over here, you have everything you need, like you have anything you want, you can get. And it's not like that. It's a lot, very difficult.
I've never been there before.
Mm-hmm. So you don't know
I don't know
about
the place. I don't know the place where I was born.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how life works over there.
I mean, if they've been raised here, how can they go back to Mexico and try to, it's a different culture being in the United States. And I mean, you might be able to speak Spanish and, learn about posadas and tamales and the food. You might know that and understand that family is a very important value in your heritage. But being there it's different. I mean, the valedictorian of the class of 2006, I'm sure she's going to make it by next year. I mean, she's done so good, but she's not documented, and she's been here all her life, and she really has no options. She doesn't want to go to community college. She wants to go to a top college, and I can tell that she has the potential. If I did it, she can do it too. And it just makes me angry, She can do it, and she has done so much. I mean, I did everything just like she did. I volunteered, I was in different organizations, I hold leaderships, and I've received several awards, and she's just the same. The only difference is that she doesn't have papers and I do. And I was lucky to get them in time.
But I realized that I'm not going to be able to get a job because I'm not legal here. So, it's hard.
Oh, those Mexicans, there's so many of them living in that apartment.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to someone who's ignorant, who says that? What could you say? Obviously you don't choose to do that.
Yeah.
Why does that happen?
Because we're just trying to get on our feet. My dad didn't even have a job at the time, and much less a place for us to stay, so my uncles were nice enough to, give us...
They opened their home.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened to be an apartment, but, it was okay. I mean, we all slept in the living room, and people would be in and out of the house, but it was okay. It was only for about 3 months when my dad found a job, and he was able to get a loan, and we got our house.
Other family members were living in the same house. There was a whole bunch of people in the same house.
My grandma, my uncle, and other family in one bedroom apartment. Everybody cluttered in that little apartment.
One bedroom and how many people?
There were 4, 5, 6.
6 people in one bedroom.
In one bedroom.
I mean, in the Mexican culture, family is very valued. It's very the central part,
Of life.
of life. And it's hard, and especially when you're illegal over here and you can't go back because, you know, it's going to be a nightmare trying to come back.
I just like to say, like, to those people that to keep on, like, not to give up, because someday I hope something happens someday, and all that's gonna become a benefit to them.
I'm curious, did you talk among other students about
No.
your documentation problem?
Not really. Even only if you have like a lot of confidence in that person, but no.
Yeah.
Because you don't feel comfortable. Because probably we don't have the same story or.
So you keep it a secret.
Mhm.
And so nobody knows anything about, so you don't have anything to relate to with anyone as far as your someone else
friends,
who's,
but not
many.
yeah.
Do you feel comfortable telling your teachers?
Some teachers, not all.
Yeah, but not all teachers.
Because most people like me, I lie about it. I have to lie about I'm Mexican. I don't lie I'm Mexican, but I have to lie that I came here without no paper. I have to lie about it. Sometimes I even make fun of it, so people won't notice that I'm not. So people won't think that, oh yeah, she doesn't have no papers. So I make fun of it. I make jokes about it.
Like it would never happen
It
to
will
you.
never happen to me.
But it's
inside,
true.
I know I'm one of them. I know that I'm one of them. How can I deny what I am?
So you wish you could just wake up and it would all go away.
Yeah. I just wish one day I wake up and nobody has papers. Nobody. So we'll be all equal.
Currently, our immigration law has no mechanism to deal with this issue. The Development, Relief, and Education for Alien Minors Act, or D.R.E.A.M Act, is a bipartisan legislation introduced by Senator Orin of Utah as a means of addressing the unique issues that a young person in this situation faces. The D.R.E.A.M Act would enable an immigrant student who has graduated from high school to apply for conditional legal residency status for up to 6 years. During that time, the student must complete at least 2 years of higher education or serve at least 2 years in the United States Armed Services. Permanent residence would be granted at the end of the 6-year period if these requirements have been met, and the student continues to maintain good moral character. Can we afford to lose an educated class of promising students who have already demonstrated a commitment to hard work and a strong desire to be contributing members of our society? Are we not leaving these children behind?